Hi, I'm Melinda Goodwin. I'm a luxury real estate agent here in St. George, Utah. I'm also a luxury real estate advisor. I do daily videos here on YouTube to teach real estate agents how to market their luxury listings and their hard to sell listings. The purpose of these videos is to, one, get those listings sold, two, double side, because now I'm teaching you how to actively find that buyer, and three, get more listings. Yesterday, we talked about how to take your threats and make them into opportunities and how that benefits you to know what your strengths and your weaknesses are and what your threats and opportunities are so that you can really hone in how to be a better real estate agent. Today, I'm going to talk about listing presentations, but it's not just your average listing presentation. I'm really going to talk about and educate you on the importance of knowing who your competition is so that when you go into those listing presentations, you're very well prepared. I know that when we talk about listing presentations in the regular real estate world, it's always about comps and how to pick me, why you pick me, and that sort of thing. But the sellers really want to know how you're different. They want to know how you're going to sell their house. Right? And forever I kept saying, well, we all do the same thing. We all talk about how we syndicate, and we all talk about how we're on the MLS. We all talk about how we have this fabulous website. So really, how do I differ? And how do I answer that question? So what I started doing, honestly, was studying my competition. I did. I started studying them, and these are some of the things that I looked for. And it's really important maybe to write these down, because you're going to use this in your presentations not as so-and-so does this and I do that, and so-and-so does this and I do that. We're not doing that. That's not the purpose of knowing who your competition is. The purpose of knowing who your competition is to say, these are the values I have. This is what I do. I am this type of agent. And you, as the listing owner or the person selling your property, you get to decide, am I different, right? Do I bring better value? That's their decision, and it really needs to be their decision. You want them to have full confidence in you as the real estate agent. You want to make sure that they know they picked you, right? It's not they were forced to pick you, or that you twisted their arm, or that they felt like they were made to, or you hard sold them into getting the deal done. They want to have confidence that they picked the best agent. Period. That's really how it is. Okay, so know your competition and other agents in different areas. So we're looking at price range. Okay, let's say if I'm competing at a certain price range, maybe I'm going on a listing appointment and it's a $400,000 house. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out on a $400,000 house who my competition is. So I'm going to search, 375 to 425 on the MLS, and I'm going to write down all the agents' names, who has the most listings, who's going to be my potential competition based on those listings, right? And I'm going to really try to determine who the specialist is in that price range. And then what I'm going to do is figure out, is it a company? Is it a major company, right? Most of the agents in that price range, is it Keller Williams? Is it Coldwell Banker? Is it RE/MAX? So I can say, well, my company is different than most of the leading companies in this price range. Do you see what I'm saying? This is what our company does compared to most other companies that are listing in this price range. So we're going to look at that, and we're going to look at the key strong agents as well, and we're going to really, really investigate them. What is their marketing strategy? How do they market? Are they on social media? Are they doing social media ads? Do they just put a sign out and say they have a listing? Are they selling their own listings? Right? So you're going to look at what that agent sold as well. Did he double side? Did she double side? Is that a common practice for them, is to sell their own listings? Because if it's not, there you are already different, because now you can say, I actively look for the buyer on your property. If you look at these statistics, these specific agents don't do that or haven't done that. Does that make sense? So you're not picking out one agent and going, I'm better than him, I'm better than her. You're really saying, these are the stats. This is what the MLS is telling me. These are your top agents in this price range. These are who sold those, right? This is their sales versus their listings. And you're going to say, but I actively look for a buyer for your property because it's my goal to save you money. How I save you money is if I bring the buyer, instead of paying me a 6% for double siding, I'm going to drop that down to 4.5%. That saves you money. Makes you valuable. Does that make sense? I really hope you understand. Okay, so then you're going to look at price points in the subdivision. Okay, so not only did we look at company when we looked at individual agents, now we're looking in that specific subdivision. What are the price points in that subdivision? How many days on the market were they there? What was their key theme? Were the features different of the house? I mean, we're really getting technical on maybe they had a 3-car garage in your house that you're selling, or want to sell has a 2-car garage, or vice versa, or maybe they have a pool and the house you have doesn't. Or maybe, you know, it's on the corner, or it was a center lot, or it was in a cul-de-sac. We have to look at all of those things because all those things determine sellability, right? So when you're coming into your presentation, you're going to have all that information already. You're going to have, well, your house is in a cul-de-sac, which makes it very valuable, and you're going to show them on paper. These houses were sold at this price, and the disadvantages were here, the advantages were here, and so I think we're setting great at this particular $400,000 listing. Right, so it's, I know it's comparables, but it's not just bringing a MLS sheet and going, these are your comparables. Now, pick me, pick me, pick me. You know, you're really having to sell the listing itself. You really have to sell what you do, that you've been through, that you've found the fine details, that you know who lists in that subdivision. And especially if it's not you, then why isn't it you? And you know what they do. Are they double siding? Are they not double siding? And then their product. Are they marketing their product? Bring up those other agents' marketing in your presentation on your laptop. Show them, you know, when they're marketing the product, are they marketing the listing or are they marketing themselves? Show them how you market their listings, not just yourself. And how are you going to market their listings? You're going to market their listings through social media platforms, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And just really, really hone the fact that you are there to find a buyer. That's what you're there for, because that's what they want. They don't understand that there's listing agents and buying agents. People don't understand that. They really don't. They want to hire the agent that's going to sell their house. How do you sell a house? You find a buyer. That's how you sell their house. Okay, so compare yourself with other agents, right? Now remember, your weaknesses can be your strengths. In any given situation, you can make a weakness into a strength. You can make a threat into an opportunity, right? So make those adjustments. Compare yourself to other agents and say, well, these are my weaknesses, but I turn them into my strengths. Or this is their weakness, and this is how you can turn their weakness into a strength. I mean, give them an idea. This is kind of where this agent doesn't do their job or has a weakness. And if he just did this, like I do, that would be a strength. So you're not really downing them, but you're showing the difference. And that's really going to set you apart, right? Always remember that. Always remember that. And tomorrow will be another day. We're going to talk about sales and marketing. Are they the same thing? Who knew? Maybe they are. Maybe they aren't. Maybe you leave me a comment and say, yes, they are, and why, or no, they're not, and why. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.